never know. Never. My observation is right that on the internet, no, you never actually know if someone's watching. You never really know who you're talking to. And it's really hard to know what's going on. We're going to play a game about scale. Let's be over there. I'm black and white today. Some days you're black and white. Today for me is one of those days. I happen to think I look nice. I would have drunk all my tea. Oh, the whole fabric of the world changed a little bit this week. And I think a lot of people found it really scary. Cool. Don't want that. This game is so complex, I'm not even going to really try and explain it. I'm just going to get into it, and as we go, I'm pretty sure I'll monologue about it. Seems likely. Okay, so this looks like everything's going fine. I have no idea what we were doing at the end of last time. I remember the main goal. We made Tlemcen. We need either to eat some of Castile or some more of Morocco. More of Morocco is probably the one to go for. Our truce is long, which is great because they're actually relatively powerful, so it gives me time to go elsewhere. Our truce, 54, 56 is less long. Cool, so I can eat Tunis, and I'll actually become Tunis. Maybe. Zazao is my vassal. Are they good? Not for fear of relationship slots. They're not particularly sensibly in a trade node. My trade capital is down here. Kind of forgot about that. I would release and reconquest with Congo, or I would vassalize Congo. I'd even give them these back. Or I could vassalize someone in the Great Lakes. I mean, the Great Lakes have little to no trade power. I'd actually do better having more power down in Zanzibar, but that feels a bit far from like where I'm likely to have any real heft. Your privateering. So we're losing great power status, which is fine. It's a bit of a shame. Got loads of power rejection. We're pretty illegitimate. Tunisian separatists are going down. Zazawan separatists they're fine. Everyone's fine. Don't worry about it, guys. Also, there's not very many of them. So who don't we have a truce with? We have no truce with Timbuktu. And Morocco would join a war there. How's Morocco? I can't remember how long. Always rivals. Rivals is the only way to really mark a country of interest. Do they have? They don't have that much manpower. They have a comparable army. Presumably none of my allies will join. Tuscany is not a thing. And I've got all my forts. I think this is worth doing. You know, I've got that little bit of unrest. How much of that unrest is from war exhaustion? None. Let's let the month tick away. Okay. We don't actually want to fight Morocco anytime particularly soon. Oh, you're doing something. And we got some tech. So the reason we're not taking these techs, are we waiting on buy-in institution? Yes, we are. We want that money. We won't exactly gain money while we're doing this, but we're going to do it anyway. We're not going to call them as co-belligerents. We do want to be cautious of our fleets. Our fleets are not very mighty. Cool, they're just leaving. Do you have a siege bit? You don't. You do. Oh, my armies. This is these three. Let's not put my rule in the field. So I've obviously got my two vassals coming with me. I expect Morocco to cause them some issues. 15 towards legalism and cheap advisor. How legalistic are we? We're pretty legalistic. Oh, that hurt. Towards legalism, don't do that. How big is the Moroccan Navy? It's mostly transports. Ooh. Okay. Did I draft ships for war? Where are my ships then? They all die in some battle. What are they down here? No, they probably all died in some battle. But I do outnumber the Moroccan fleets. In theory, that's entirely transports. Let's go see if we can catch some small bits of it. Ah, Truce with Congo is up. Small issue. There are all 33,000 of them. They'll probably be walking around here for some time. Let's just make life even harder on them. Ooh, great news. Portugal can quite likely manage manage the navies. Now I actually want that army to go north. Oh no, it won't now. Oh well, may as well just blockade it. You're coming up here to join their forces, but you guys have no army to fight up here. As for the institution, it is spreading a bit. These few will get it quickly. It's almost there. It's a nice institution because it pops up in a bunch of places. That seems good. Oh, you're coming back. You decided that you actually don't want to let me take your capital. You're going to Tadmeka, which you could go to Timbuktu from. Aha, so at least some of the Portuguese army is... sorry, some of the Moroccan army is here. So let's just make sure it stays here. I'd rather less of it to deal with. You're going to Gao. You're already at Gao. Oh well. Zarin troops, you can attach to these guys. Okay, we took the siege. We'll see if we can tempt them off. I doubt it. Otherwise it would be just going and sieging other things. We are just hoping that they take a lot of casualties from attrition, basically. And look, that is how they're taking all the casualties. The war exhaustion should start going up. Oh, they're also fighting Castile. Are you? 12th of August, 21st of August. Will you last 9 days? 21st. 2 days. Yeah, you'll last. Great. I could become dependent of the faith, but that's not what I want to use this money for. I have quite a lot of money. Oh, I think I drafted ships for war and they just never came out. Actually isn't worth tracing them up there if they're going all the way to Morocco. So Morocco have the real disadvantage of the fact that they effectively are all in one place. Whilst whilst I'm all over the map and have 2 different entrances to their territory, such that if they're pushing on one front, I can just leave and push on the other. I don't know if there's a name for that as a state in a game. But it's very powerful. My advisor dies. Who should we get? Half price national unrest +2? Yes. Maybe no more unrest? So in a game like this, wow, they just took it all. We've already gone quite a long way from history. some of history is still happening as it happened, but other parts are very different. For example, like we, as the strange, well not strange, but the obscure Berber nation of Degerit, are a major world power. Even on some terms, a European world power. Which, as with a lot of achievements in the game, are kind of evidence of the small ways in which the game is not very realistic. Realism isn't, or at least I don't think it should be the goal here, but I don't know. I'm thinking about kind of how to say this, because this is not a real portrayal of history, but it is, as well as the developers could code it, a portrayal of the mechanics of history. And in some ways, because it is mechanical, because it depends on min-maxes and checks and balances, it manages to avoid stepping into wanton narrative building, kind of great person, rightful conquerors. I am under absolutely no illusion that my actions are just and righteous. Most of my actions are economically motivated. Timbuktu, who I'm currently sieging the last few things, could like me more. No, I have the right power, please. Thank you, yes. Let's just take... No, I can't take it. I'll be on balance if I take it. Do I have another idea group? No, that's 18. That's 2 away. I guess let's spend some... you don't... Spend some Diplo points. For the moment, it doesn't matter because I'm not actually that close to embracing the institution. I'll probably spend them integrating Zaza, because why not? A little bit worried that Great Britain is now quite here. As are the Papal States and Tuscany. Europeans are weird, man. So how would I feel if this war had no major effects on the Moroccans? Probably wouldn't sue for peace, but I probably could take stuff off them via Timbuktu. So if Timbuktu, who are having a horrible time with things, are the ones at the negotiating table, but negotiating on behalf of their alliance, that gives me something to work with. I don't think you're doing anything there anymore. Oh, you were. It's not great. It's not terrible. So I don't want to fight all 12k of them. Zaza just aggressive little nation. I mean, they're not so small. They do only have 3,000 troops. 5th of October, 11th. I'll get there. Merchants are doing poorly. That's fine. I didn't see when it was until, but it's probably fine. Please win this. You are winning. Ooh, good roll. Maybe let's go knock Tuscany out, actually. Even if we lose Timbuktu again. We're really just losing it. I think that we can siege at our leisure. They left that siege. This is news. It is good news. It is news I do not understand. Few of the Tuscans. Oh, there you are. You be right there. Is this one place? Yes. Whoa! No, 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 no. It's a bad battle. 28th of January. This is an issue. Maybe it's time to end the war. Could only just take that. Would I rather end the war now? Low cost. It's the only thing I really badly want off them. Well, actually, I don't know. Those are pretty good. The development is okay. Trade goods are fine. No, I definitely want this. Having this sooner is probably worth it. Let's see if Morocco would peace out separately. I doubt they would. No. With Tuscany. No. I could gain more from this war. But I could also gain more from not being at war. How much does it hurt me to fight a defensive battle here? Not that much. I'm thinking about it like all my war score will immediately evaporate, but it won't. What will evaporate my war score is then taking this siege. Can you retreat? 9th of February. Cool, so you won't all die. That's one war score. It's not even that much. I'm going to hope they just ignore this guy. And I'm going to go over here, leaving one ship. Is that a mistake? Because they're going to be kicked out when I do that siege. No, that's stupid. Their stronger navy is here. I should stay here. 14%. Oh, took it on 14. Irritating, but end of the world it is not. They maybe aren't so happy about the idea of me sieging these places. 29th of March. Your siege ticks will take longer than that, but I reckon I'll get the siege done in time. Oh no, you're not going there. Well, great. You're going there to block me from moving through here? Fine. I don't understand why... What? We lost? That's embarrassing. They're moving to retake Jene. They will do that eventually, but it just costs them time. Oh, and they retook this. I would probably white piece Morocco, kind of, whenever. The length of war, and they hold their capital. Which is a level 1 fort, so if they do leave somewhere, I can take that pretty easily. And though I've lost a few embarrassing losses, we're taking the siege we need to take. They're as good as busy. And we're still gaining money all the while, which I doubt they're doing, because their army seems huge. I'm probably not at force limit. Yeah, not very near even. Let's buff up these armies in Africa, and then those will be the armies which come up here if they go in this way. But they never even took Fez. Guess it's level 4 in the mountains. Annoyingly, that's the capital, so that probably is giving them quite a bit of war skill. Hey, okay. Tuscany should be willing to peace out now. Great. You wouldn't give me that because it would result in your annexation. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Because Tuscany, you have cores in Italy. Specifically Lucca. And Italy is very rich and expensive land for normal people. Oof, look at that line to France. Do I want a Protestant Grand Duchy as a vassal? I sort of do. Do I have the diplomatic relation slots? I do not. Nope, won't do it. Not worth it. So don't do any of that stuff. Give me all your money. Wow. Give me war reps. Transfer your trade. You were the Timbuktuese trade lead. The Timbuktuese trade league. That's not actually what it's called, so doesn't matter. Okay, you've basically recovered. So go back here. Don't know where their army is, but for the moment it's not here, and so I can work with this. Castile is coming in small numbers and now got defeated to Morocco. That's great news. You need 9k, you're about to have 10. Uncontested claims. Oh, I'm close to running out of Diplo power. Let's take the tech. No, really, let's not. It just doesn't gain us that much, and it loses us a bit. Let's. There we go. That'll do it for a little while. You can check it out. You guys can come here. Hey, look, they came down here. Awesome. What we're actually going to go do is siege their capital. Especially if we can get there before the Spanish do. It's not quite worth using the free force march. So that's not what I want. But, you know, you can always run away. It's not worth scorching earth. Wow, they have are they bankrupt? Why is my morale so much better? 4 from technology, 4 from technology. From power projection, army tradition. And they just have bad prestige. I'm gonna go join, you'll be down on the 23rd, you can run on the 8th of January. Truly? Okay, no, don't go join. Gonna have a bit of an issue with you being stuck somewhere, but we'll just get you out of the way. Let's keep an eye on this battle. Have a run over to here. Or there, it's also fine. Cool. We will get there. Let's just let this happen. No, actually, we don't need anywhere near this many. Let's pull off. Because how many of this? Yeah, 3. I think cavalry move at the same speed as any other troops now. Just make sure we get every province we can under siege. We don't care much about the other side of the. Shame. Oh well. Love that state. That state would make a big difference for going into Morocco, going into Spain. And they're walking back up, which is the right decision for them at this point. Lovely, winning some small battles against the navies. It's against 1 trade ship. 3 trade ships should be able to take 1 trade ship, no problem. This is my weird way of moving the admiral over. Okay, so they've taken back their whole country, which is what we in the business call an issue-ish. Now our focus is down here. Cool. They have little to no fleet anymore. head on down the coast. Our truce with them's ended, but they like us a lot. We're buds. Let's go straight back to Jenny. Question will be if we can... Oh damn, there was no reason to let them take that siege. There was the migration in the Islamic world at this point in history, and kind of for a long time before, was amazing. No, they're going to get here in time. Hey Morocco, how about some peace? No, we have negative war score. They'll get there on June 22nd. I have 16 days. I do have enough time for a siege tick. No. Could I get a better general in here in time? And it's going to be a 14% roll. Okay, you're now here. I can put a general in you from here. Let's give you a siege general. When will you be there? 17th of June, 22nd of June. When's the tick? 13 days. Too long. 10th of June. Can I delay siege tick in any way? I don't think I can. Alright, don't do that. Yeah, you can find you can have them, but... Come on, 14%, you can do it. No. 22nd. Will anything good happen before then? I don't think it will. Is it possible Morocco would peace out? They're pretty close. They would want a concession for piecing out, which I don't wish to give them. Oh, just wasted a little bit of military points. You gonna come join? I don't think you should. This army will probably be stack wiped. It's horrendously outnumbered. And yet, all the while, we take these little things. I'd go kill a cannon. Let's... We need another army. How are you doing for happiness? You are relatively happy. Oh, I just realised if I'd taken Tuscany I could have fed them Malta at least. Oh no, we lost that battle. Shocking. 31st of July. What? We lost that one? Boo. Wow, that's what you think would be fair in this war, is it? I mean, we are, at the moment, actually losing quite badly, and maybe I should have pieced out when I could have pieced out. All that said, there isn't much of a nation left of Morocco. Don't want to use up all my manpower. Just a little kind of siegeable stack. Rebels are really unhappy in Abomi. Why? Go away. Oh, I'm trying to get absolutism up, aren't I? Well, I'll get that. I've got a multicultural nation. I'm not going to be the Emperor of China. I could own more universities once that becomes a thing. I don't understand why you're not doing this, Portugal. Annoying, but not the end of the world. Ooh. Me too. You also don't have a general, so you should get back the siege bit general. Who isn't doing anything. Does that look like my problem? I don't believe it does. Stop doing that. Improve my subjects. Let's give these guys a general. No siege pip, but that's correct. They're back down here. This is only a level 3 fort. How many troops are needed for a level 3? I think it's 9. It might be time to start working on this fort. And I'll just send some of you down to do other sieges. They're close to losing their capital for a different reason. Drop the cannons. And then what's the truce just coming up? Just wait it out. 14%. You need 9, right? 9. It's 36k of them down here. How many have they lost to attrition at this point? Oh, almost all of them. I guess they're actually probably attritioning really badly. This whole time. How many have I lost to attrition? 6k. Fine. But they've mostly been defensive. They've done all the marching around. They've done basically all the work of this war. And what has it won them? a fort in some mountains and a fort in some desert. So they're giving possession to Timbuktu, which could be annoying, but actually is good for me because it means that Morocco feel like they have less gains. I have no idea if that's true after saying it. I'm not sure it is. Okay. Go to Timbuktu apart from 3 of you. I'm going to go over here. Apart from... everyone's just going to go to other places. That is peace with Spain and Portugal. That is Morocco almost off Iberia. That is Spain back to looking pretty large and scary. That is going to be interesting. So quite quickly, our important enemy has shifted. It will shift more in the course of this war. This is not the important siege now. Let's leave one person to keep up progress, but that is the important siege. Because that is the siege which might make them turn around and feel like they're losing. Especially if they're losing. Few things make me feel more like I'm losing than losing. Zayt is a nice desert oasis town. This is more troops than I need, so let's pull off, you're not a cannon, are you? Pull off another infantry. Go sieging, and another infantry. Go sieging over here. Again, I didn't give you the siege general, but this time you're starting on 0%, so I think we'll be okay. Cool. I don't want them turning up back. They actually don't have any ships here left. How are you doing for... Can I detach? Yeah, let's do that. I won't do that with the rest of them just in case I want to support. The Songhai entered a military alliance with Morocco. Well, I've seen worse things happen. Oh, no, 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 don't do that. That was a funny joke. 19th, truly. 19th. You will also be there on the 19th. You have 6 maneuver. Don't know why I didn't. Wait, can I assign you to this one? Yes, it's halfway. And it will now be there on the 20th. The 18th. That almost went very, very badly, very quickly. You're coming back up here, I notice. That's nice. I'm going to stay here because I want to keep on challenging them. Don't want to fight this battle, this army. I'm going to take this on 14%. I think they're going to make me. October. Oh, they decided not to. They thought I'm scary and they'd like to go elsewhere. What are the Timbuktuis up to? I don't think I understand their plan. So 28% and 28%. It's a nice symmetry. And we won a siege against Morocco. Can do a couple more small sieges. And Marrakesh, you're level 2, you're in mountains. Let's see if we can take you. Because if we can, we've got everything. Okay. Peace with Morocco. We have 62% war score. I don't think we're going to get very much more particularly quickly. Give your Tlemcenese cause back. Is that all? Tlemcen, why don't you have cause on these guys? Let's wait then till we can occupy these. In the meantime, just go and de-siege some stuff. They're not going to take that anytime soon. That's the major army. Not going to be any more battles. Don't have any boats. I'm reaching maximum monarch power. So let's spend it. Oh, I could start building. Oh, I could go for 2 idea. This is costly, but I can now immediately go for a diplomatic idea group. And I think it's going to be influence ideas. I like influence ideas a lot. You're going there, right? Go there. A bunch of Timbuktuan rebels have spawned. Not great, not terrible. Hey, a new institution is spawned. Now I can also not have that one. That shouldn't hurt my war score too much. How's everybody doing on war exhaustion? Ah, yours surprisingly low for... I guess you lost all of it when you lost that battle. Little Light Age is actually kind of fascinating, but got things to do. Do we want to keep doing sieges? Is it worth it? Can't actually get to there. Let's do that one last siege. Plus, the longer they're walking around in my territory, the longer they're suffering attrition. Oh, and they'll even deal with the people who are about to be my rebels. And I can piece them out now. They won't care that they're in a battle because they're not in a battle with me. And then they won't even start the siege. Okay. Return the core. This is going to take a little bit of time to work out exactly what I want to do. I want to grow Tlemcen, and I would quite like to take... This is all going to be Tlemcenese land, these states. But I'd quite like to take this. So, you transfer to Tlemcen. You transfer to Tlemcen. I have no idea why there isn't a fort here. I will put one there. This will probably cost me quite a lot of aggressive expansion. Yeah. That might be it right now. Would I rather... It'd be nice to give Tlemcen a coast, but they don't need that bit. So we won't bother with that. They're getting Figwig anyway. Let's give them these if I can. Getting that. Not yet ready to do that peace deal. There's gold there, you say. How important is the coast? It'd be nice if they had a fleet. How far off are they from doing that peace deal? Not that far. And if I try to do it with Timbuktu themselves, they do that. But taking Mosul Kabir, is that it? Be too much. 29% war score. Okay, let's let time tick on. That's fair, leader. Don't die, king. Ooh. You weren't doing anything, were you? Probably not. Have that one. Okay. We are down a war leader. Things just look worse and worse for these armies. Cool, we won that battle. Now I'm going to fight that one. We'll lose this one, but it doesn't really matter. That way. That's actually fine. Bourgeoisie want privileges. That's close to falling, and I'd really like that not to fall. Feeling any better about giving me that piece, Morocco? Not really. I think we might have to wait for this siege. It may take a little while. I would rather they weren't wandering around in my lands, but they seem to be leaving the bit that I'm in. Ooh, they didn't get 50%. It's good for your notion of chance, this game, although it can be really infuriating. How rarely you succeed at something with a 20% chance, and how often you fail at something with a 90% chance. Morocco, no. But I'm glad that you're not wanting to continue. Oh yeah, you can fight my rebels. Don't take the siege. I didn't. Just some more casualties for them. They also took the siege back. Fighting a little naval battle. Can I get to there? No, I can get to there. And we took that siege. So, before anything else happens, ooh, they're very willing to do that. We're almost at 100% war score. Do we take war reps? And 26 gold. Lovely. Timbuktu, you are of no... You're working on Zazao, you're working on Austria. Be annoying if they take that in the time it takes for you to get back. No, we're fine. You could make them a vassal. They'd be unruly for a bit.
They'd be a good size. They'd never have their capital.
Britain might desire their lands. Yeah, they're basically... I think I do want this. I think I want them as a vassal. I would say yes. If we take money, we have more of a chance to be able to pay off their loans, which they'll like. They will immediately unlike this, but... Unlike, not like. Not is the word for there. Okay. Got a little bit of coring to do. Let's go put a big army there. See how they feel about it after that. Disloyal. Do I want to give them any provinces? Not really. What I want to do is improve relation with them. Next person in the crosshairs is probably Aragon to take back some of this, or Tunis because our truce is up in 4 years. Do we have a truce? No. Do you have rivals? Yes. We are not the ones who declare this war, at least not while France was joined. That's going to be diplomats to see that. Oh, actually, before you do that, some of you go and help with their rebels. Oh no, they'll do it on their own. Shame. Tunisian separatists could be more happy. How close are they? 0.9 years. That's alright, we can get there in time to do rebel suppression. Okay, you're back, so go and improve inflation. 22nd of September. And really, Brittany is just very in the way here. France could probably quite like me. They would not join a war. Trier and Portugal would. Great Britain could be persuaded to, under promise of land. That's a thing to keep an eye on. I'm not feeling the strongest right now. Let's put this up. Might have some rebels. Could do with getting my subjects more loyal. Probably am behind in tech. Yeah. Speaking of tech, where's the institution present? It's now present here. Where am I doing edicts? I'm doing it here, but I think the institution is present everywhere here. So, no, just don't do any edicts. No. None. Don't do. What edicts are you doing? Oh, no. Neither you. Neither? Did you stop improving with Zazao? That was a mistake. I think maybe I want to eat Zazao. Marry me, Zazao. Mm-hmm. 22nd of January. God, I still got 15k troops down here doing nothing because I'm not allowed through Brittany. This is slow tick. Yeah, let's get rid of the subject that likes me. I'm allied to your rival, because your rival is Great Britain. I'm really confused that Britain would join on the promise of land, because I don't know what lands they want. responsibility. Hey, you're all here. You're all doing it. No, do it. Seems good. Not that I'm high on points. Could use it as an opportunity to put something to this. No, not really worth it. Okay, I'm really looking forward to getting them transferring me trade power, such I can finally be a majority trade power holder in this node. The level at which I'm not a majority trade power in Tunis is kind of worrying. Like, I know it's not my trade capital anymore, but I do own almost all of it. Eventually, we'll transfer our trade node to Seville, and then we can send Tunisian trade, Timbuktu and trade, and Ivory Coast trade there directly. Sorry, everybody, but quarantines save lives. That's Britain. That's why they weren't going and taking that army. Britain is at war with France. I can have an ability. Rebels are thinking of uprising. Fort maintenance on border with rival can save a lot of money, but only if you one on my rival's border. Cost of 1 fort. No. Oh, it's got to be yearly absolutism. Yeah, absolutely. It's only going to get more expensive for a little bit. The final institution is the manufactories. Do I have many manufactories? If not, I'm missing out buildings. Where's Gadams? I want them central to my territory. I want them kind of so that it's going to spread out quickly from them. Absolutely in Canaan. That's the only one I have money for. Oh yeah, I am annexing them. You like me quite a lot, it's fine. You've got some rebels. That's fine. Let's give you a leader. And go deal with them. Oh, God. Just annoy everybody by privateering. That's the way forward. that's a big wall. Great Britain and Austria and a few small vassals versus the Ottomans. Interesting. Cool. So our priority is to catch these guys on their own. I choose if Congo came up. Congo, who are you allied with? Karagway. I'd still really love to vassalize Karagway. Karagway, who are you allied with? Only Congo, so I could co-belligerent them. Any reason not to do this? It will cost a lot of manpower. I have no diplomats. And it is a level of callous, heedless, colonialist imperialism that I'm kind of terrified that I can. Oh God, no, no, no. Is that better? I'll go this way. That I'm terrified that I'm even willing to be the architect of. So that's cool. Look at it, is it War of Castile? Oh, of course, my friend. Attach this army if you want to open. And you can be supportive. 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 And we'll deal with you rebels. We could try them just as is. Let's have the reinforcement tick. Our diplomat is back. Yeah, that's some legitimacy. No, that's not good. Yeah, I'd lose that legitimacy. And I would build another manufactory. Would I rather? No, that is fine. So I have a couple of estates up here. I've got one building there. There's a few places that are full of buildings. Oh, I have no CB. Am I still allied with Jockway? No. Am I still allied with Kilwa? Yes. That's cool. Goodbye, legitimacy. Aragon and Britain are fighting it out. Slightly overstretched for merchants, but otherwise everything's going okay. You're just not coming up here, are you? Let's go do that battle. Now you're like, oh yeah, a battle. Yeah, I'd love that. Sure. Congolese separatists in Benguela and Luanga. Are you guys doing rebel suppression? Fine, and Benguela. No, absolutely. Barney separatists. Well, let's get back down here because we're going to have to deal with that situation. Oh, I don't have an advisor. Shocking. Oh, cool, they're in 2 stacks. Oh, we have 2 advisors. I never took a religious idea. Why not? Oh, let's continue to annoy the hell out of everybody by trying to convert them. I know I just spent money on that guy, but actually let's have the missionary strength guy instead. They'll actually save me money. I need to wait a month. That was great, because now I can bring you back, and they'll probably marry me pretty soon. And also, then I can start actually using this. You're definitely in this war. Rarely has someone been more in a war. France won't join you, Portugal will. Britain won't join anymore, because they're kind of already busy doing it. Let's see how this war shakes down. Big war's going on right now. Oh, and Britain is in... It's in 2 wars, one of which is against the Ottomans. Which the Ottomans are losing. I'm not entirely sure whose side I'm on anymore. Tunis, are you allied with anyone? No, you're not. Great. Do you have much of an army? No, you don't. 12k will be completely sufficient. 54, that comes up. Actually, it'd be quite nice to get rid of Zaza, because then I'll be pretty big old blob. Old Jerry. But do you have any? You have lots of claims on Songhai. Songhai, do you have any allies? Savoy, Tuscany, Morocco, and Bonaman. You know it. You get it. February 54. So what we will do is wipe out Tunis, then become Tunis. I am just kind of willing to bet that the Tunisian ideas are better. Ideas are... I like the attrition. Are really pretty boring. Our missions are... Right, we never really started them. because I never built all the way to near the force limit. Which I should immediately do. Because I think this will continue being a mission worth doing. Oh, and we just had the money for it. We lost a claim on Sediva. Tunisian separatists may well rise up at any moment, but we have a full stack paid. That's fine. And we're going to win that battle as well. How many sailors? How big's your army? 9k. And Caragway 12k. With the bigger army, I should hopefully have a big tech advantage. Seems like that's probably a really beautiful part of the world. Oh, I could have a scholar. Costs admin power, I think. Not that worth it. I think I'm not going to complicate things with the Congo War at the moment. Doesn't gain me very much. Probably want to go back here and suppress some more. When the truce comes up, will I have any claims? No. Shall not do at all. We want to claim Tunis. We now have enough to claim something from Congo, so we'll claim Mapangu. One of the things that always sits worst as a taste in my mouth playing these games is how the structure is always a very, at best, modern, liberal picture of the world, kind of Western ideals about growth and advancement, and at worst, just kind of saying like, yeah, everyone in the world should want what the Europeans wanted, which is to guzzle up whatever parts of the world they can. And lots of people in history, lots of people in the world do want that, but I don't. I don't know, I'm not saying anything particularly cogent here. Hey, you went away. Oh, choose for Tunis as well. We couldn't just declare war on them for not liking them. Morocco will join again. That's fine. Who are you? Some Congolese peasants. You guys are the most stationary of any army I've had in a while. Let's just get rid of any unrest. I mean, yeah, if we can. Where is that unrest? Here. Oh, you maybe got an ally with Morocco as soon as you could, because obviously this is likely to happen. Big Aragonese army, gonna fight a big British army. Not my problem, really. Like it if you don't get any other allies. I doubt you will. I think you'll probably just decide that that's sufficient. So it looks like the British are losing these battles. Worth it. I probably should have checked how old my heir is. How old my ruler is. He's pretty young. He's very young. They're both pretty good. I can't. They're not that kind of person. We are gaining yearly. I continue to have no idea if it helps anyone feel okay about what's happening in the world right now, but just quick update whilst we're waiting on other things to happen. I'm seeing a lot of people who I think last week were on a kind of like everyone should social distance now, like this is what we do about this existential threat, and they were right, and we should social distance now, but we are now, most people are doing that. The few people who aren't will take a while to get through to. I don't know, I don't even know if it's a majority, but you know, this is no longer a case of boy crying wolf and pointing to the wolf and no one will look at the wolf. But I think a lot of people now are feeling like they have no outlet. Because they're kind of a bit stuck at home, not really sure how to interact with the world. Certainly I'm feeling this. And having to start on the work of coming to terms with the fact that some parts of this are our new world. It's not a cataclysm. It may end in, well, along the way we will lose loved ones as we do at any point, but more than we have in a short amount of time ever before. In basically any of our lifetimes. If what was happening right now happened to a single village, I think we'd just feel a lot of sympathy for them. Maybe do a run around to get them some aid. It's that it's happening to everyone at the same time that makes it feel so overpowering but it's not. It's a really nasty new addition to the common cold, and the first few waves of it this summer, when it first propagates through a lot of the population, this coming winter, where it has a chance to propagate again because transmission rates go up, the next few years, it's going to be a nasty catchable disease, and we're going to have to change some of our pictures of hygiene. We're going to have to change some of our pictures of labour, and I could go in a lot of directions. Right now, a lot of the flaws of cult of productivity focused free market capitalism are being shown in that a lot of people suddenly are having the wool pulled out from under them, and other people are seeing that situation put in a different light. But it might also change nothing. Sometimes these things happen and nothing really changes and we go back to normal. So, Em broke both her legs this morning.
That's extreme.
So she's crawling up the stairs behind me.
I was doing parkour.
She
I was doing parkour and I shattered both of my fingers.
Yeah, she tried to vault over a cow. Missionary strength is. That's nice. Missionary strength and tolerance of heathens. We've got nothing against you, and also, we're going to convert you. Tolerance of the true faith or legitimacy. I no longer trust Sufi shrines. They disappear sometimes when the technology changes. We should be saving up for the institution. We should be fabricating our claim.
Lunch tonight, 20?
Great. Thank you. How you doing?
Good. Slide method.
Can you put the kettle on for some coffee?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so war with Morocco again. No, right. There we go. So we're going to go straight for fort. It's level 1, and it's only 4. Great. Actually, we're going to go straight for carpet sieging everything. That's what we're going to do. We want our navies back. We'll even take the transport ship, because why not? I'm just going to kind of follow them. Got M hooked on left tube. Let's go deal with the Tunisian fleet. I could have an admiral. Yeah, fine. Let's slow things down because a lot is happening at once. Kind of tempting to convert these, but 6 seems like a perfectly fine sized siege army. You are coming down here, are you? I have no idea what's going on with you. I don't think I can fight you. I have to go through it. Oh, we completed this mission. Flanders is joining the Netherlands. They're getting started. So let's go block Morocco. So let's come up and head straight for Meknes. See if we can get to it. We'll try and keep an eye on it. Let's take one more infantry off you. Let's come fight over here. No, 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 no. Not like that. Like this. I don't wish to fight much more of these armies. While we're waiting. Oh no, they like me a lot now. Everything's fine. Got pretty good manpower. Songhai are doing things, and how dare they? Yes, do that. That's a good button. Good Dames for 15 years. Alright. Good Dames. I could pump some. No, I thought you were gaining manufacturing. Don't you have a manufactory? No, I was thinking of building a manufactory here. Because spice manufactories are that spicy meatball. As John Maynard Keynes said. In his seminal essay, The Case for Spice, which is very influential in actually supposedly South American trade policy. Even today, in some ways. Okay, let's just make sure that's dead. And let's start carpet sieging. Carpet siege first, ask questions about it at a different time. No, don't do that. If you're doing that, I'm doing this. We might actually end up oh wow. You were quite attached to that siege. Hong Kong is having civil war. Don't care about that. Many Moroccans are approaching. Care a little bit about that. If I take from Morocco in this war, I think what I'd really like to take would be these provinces. Might be hard given that they're going to fight my 4,000 troops. Oh, I didn't even take it in time. I think maybe I don't take from Morocco in this war. I think maybe I just hopefully get their capital. There we go. Was lucky. Piece them out. Could take Iran, maybe. Is there any one province? Oh, little town of Sal. Tangiers and Quetta would be really cool, so let's just walk up there and see if I can get them before they even really notice. Also that's a bit too close for comfort. We will win, but stop attaching to me, go do your own things, and make those things you do go and mess with Morocco. So they're going to re-siege some stuff. We need this. Ooh, Can you walk to there? No. Oh, I didn't even really realise we were besieging that. Cool. I have no innovativeness, so there's nothing to lose. It did siege back that. But we've now sieged those two. Not at all fans of that piece of it. Oh, they're very close to that one though. Probably just a little longer. Oh, we lost the ship. Can we take that? I doubt it, but whilst their 20k are just sitting there, that's fine. They're not particularly near to taking that siege, and I don't think they're about to. Let's send a couple of troops to take that. No, you can't go there. There is no way for anyone to get there. Great. I think the thing that's difficult for people to really get their head around is that we're going to have to adjust to a new normal for a bit. And that can feel like it hurts to have your way of life pulled away from you by something as arbitrary as bad luck. So definitely one collector. Can't take this as well. Could keep the war going. I am on a siege. My manpower's okay, and it's hurting them. Actually, I really don't want to lose that. We'll wait for the end of the month. Cool, no rebels. Hey Morocco, you sure? You sure? Alright. Give me a ton of money. Could try and get you to revoke some calls, but that's for another time. I always get a little heart attack that I've pieced out with the wrong person. Oh, you're actually my southern army. No, but I'll need you over here. So we now have 100% on Tunis. Can we eat all of them? We can. Coalition. Morocco I'll have a peace with. Tunis won't exist. So it's Songhai, Congo and Nazi. They might join the coalition. If they do, I will eat said coalition. Okay, looming disaster, civil war, because my overextension is probably quite high. A lot of unrest. Let's see the unrest map mode, which I keep here. Go up. Do you remember when we were getting absolutism? Nah, me neither. Go up. Go up. You know what? Given that you'll just be contributing to those rebels. How much did those rebels get down before? Oh, they got most of the way down. You, obviously very unhappy. You are unhappy. Now you are not. You are a bit unhappy. Now you are not. You, fine. Everything else is fine. Everyone's delighted down here. Oh no, everyone's on rebel suppression down there. How unhappy are you now? 5.1%. I'm being called to lunch in a sec, so I am just going to give it a little bit of time because I'd love to call these things. 10 admin power sounds nice. I could intervene to aid the Ottomans. I'd be entering war against Great Britain. I don't want to do that. I have my looming disaster. It's a bit of an issue. Okay. Let's do some weird rebel suppression path all the way over to here. Fine to lose my cane on it. I'm about to have it. Let's start with rhetoric. I won't be doing much conquering for a while. Okay, so actually, I'm gonna head off to lunch. Timbuktu is my vassal. I'd lose. I have a call on Tad Mecca. Oh, that. Is it? It's part of my state, though. It's ours. Yep, took ages to get out from under Tunis. I've only just got rid of Tunis fully, so I had to grow a power base in sub-Saharan Africa. I'm slow on this achievement run, but there's no rush. And I'm going to lunch, so I disappear. Thanks for joining. See you never. That's not how this works.